By the way, she ain't no dumb blonde.
Everybody was asking me, why are you going to the UK? So I arrived here with 2 suitcases and no money. That girl who arrived here, she felt like she had no choice.
Despite the oppression, you got willpower.
Interior design has become such a joy for me. I love it. At some point, I was like, I can't go back to university and pretend.
You would have been living your life for somebody else.
Correct. I think this was the moment when I realized that I don't want to live like this. This is not for me.
You were broke emotionally. You were broke financially.
I have to take this risk. I think if you know that you need to survive, you do absolutely everything. And if you don't, maybe you don't care about yourself enough.
You have built a very robust business. You are working on some incredible projects. You are named one of the top 100 architects and designers worldwide. You were featured in the Grand Design magazine.
It's not really work, it's my life. And when it's your life, how can you not care about it? How can you not do the most amazing things with it? You can achieve anything you want. Find time to really, really listen to yourself. And one technique I would say that helped me so much to start listening to what I want, what my soul desires, is...
Those who are listening, please get onto that YouTube channel, will you, and hit subscribe and have a look over there, because we are wearing blue. Aren't we?
know.
And look, you know, I'm going to pretend that I planned this, but I didn't, did I? You turned up and you're in your blue, lovely outfit. You got blue nails. I mean, I just noticed your fingernails don't match your toenails.
I know, that's on purpose.
Ah.
A bit of variation creates interest.
We're even in a bluish chair, aren't we?
I know.
So I am sitting in, I am wearing a blue t-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's uncanny, isn't it?
I know.
I didn't have to change my eye colour because they're blue.
I know. I didn't have to do that either.
Because yours are. Right, Katie, let's get into this. Yeah, let's get into this. I mentioned your background. I mentioned you coming to the UK. You're Polish originally. That's your homeland here.
Yes.
What occurred to get you into the UK? And by the way, she ain't no dumb blonde. I mean, you're very, very highly educated, aren't you?
Yes, I am. Yes.
Yes, you are. So go with it. Come on, help us. Let's start to weave through this story, because there's so much to tell, and I want to know how you went from right down there with all this doubt and other people doubting you as well.
Let's be honest, 100%.
Lots of that, right?
Yes.
And still to this day, you get resistance of, you know, who's she then? You know, it's like,
of course.
And then how do you become, what was it? 13 International Design Award features and all of these accolades that I read in the intro. Come on, help us.
Fantastic intro, by the way. Thank you. That was just a great summary of my life so far.
So far.
Yes.
So far. Okay, so come on, let's go then. So Poland to here. Help us.
So first of all, I never had any intention of coming to the UK.
Oh.
Yes. So
wow.
It's
didn't know that. You didn't tell me that bit on the. I think you're just going to hit me with surprises. Go on.
Yes.
Yeah.
As you mentioned, Ian, I'm highly educated. So after my second bachelor's degree.
You heard it there. Yeah. Say it again. Go on. Say it again. Your second bachelor's degree.
My second bachelor's degree. It was expected of me to continue and enroll in a master's degree.
When you say expected, are you talking by your family,
yes.
your parents?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It was, I had no choice, basically. But I did have a choice where I would want to do that. And at that time, I was seeing somebody who was very keen on coming to the UK.
A guy?
Yes. So
okay.
We were like a university couple, you know, dating, and he had his mind set on coming to the UK.
Right.
And it's the only reason why I ended up in this country.
He wasn't British then?
He was Polish as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I can't remember how he convinced me, but
right.
I'm so...
Was it the suitcase on the doorstep and the airline tickets?
Literally, I arrived in, I think, 1 or 2 suitcases here.
Did you?
And I remember I had a cultural shock because, as you can probably pick up, I have a bit of an American twang. And it's because...
No, you do, actually.
Yeah. It's because my family immigrated to the States when I was a little girl, and since I was 7, I was a frequent visitor.
Wow.
So, and also as
Where were you
part
in the States?
mainly Chicago and New York.
Were you?
Yes.
Wow.
So, I mean, people were
Listeners
asking
are listening, going, Ian, how come you don't know this? Well, because you didn't tell me, did you? On our pre, and I couldn't dig this out in my research. So this is really interesting. So I am literally wowed. But so go on. Sorry.
So basically, everybody was asking me, what are you doing? Like, why are you going to the UK? Like,
was he hot?
Sorry?
Was he hot?
I suppose.
I'm trying to fish So.
Honestly, I cannot remember how he managed to convince me to come here. But I'm so glad he did. If he's ever going to listen to this episode, thank you, Adrian.
Thanks, whatever your name is. Thank you. Yeah, okay.
So I arrived here with 2 suitcases and no money, right? And I decided to take a gap year.
Right.
To kind of, decide where I wanted to do this master's degree. I was allowed to take a gap year.
Right.
Right. And I remember I absolutely hated my first year in the UK.
You've used a couple of expressions already.
Mm-hmm.
It was. I'm hearing that there's a form of like oppression here, isn't there? I was allowed to take a gap year.
Yes, literally.
Yeah. Okay.
Literally. Yes. This is. I'm speaking from like a different perspective now, but that girl who arrived here.
Sure.
She felt like she had no choice but
did you feel like you had not just
path.
choice? Did you feel like you had no voice?
Oh, 100%. No, I had to do what my parents, especially my dad, expected of me.
And is that
academically at least?
Yeah. Is that culture? I know some cultures around the world is very much. I interviewed Milad Shadru just a couple of weeks ago, the singing dentist, yeah?
Yes, I listened to that episode.
Yeah, he's Iranian, and it's expected in certain cultures, you're going to be a doctor, you're going to be a lawyer, you are going to study, and we're going to tell you, actually. Yeah. So was that pretty much the...
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I actually identified with that. When I was listening to that episode, I thought, oh my God,
do you get online and rap and stuff?
Sounds familiar, sorry.
No, I'm joking. Yeah, so that part of that, you yeah.
Yes. And after one miserable year, I obviously had to apply to a master's degree. And my choices were not to my dad's liking.
Oh, wow.
And he said to me, Katie, well, since you decided to go to the UK, why don't you apply to Cambridge, at least? I was like, oh, well, okay. So I applied to Cambridge and I got in. And that's how I ended up living in Cambridge for 17 years, actually, because I went there to do my master's degree and then I returned. Anyway, I don't want to kind of cut the story because it's really interesting. I went back and forth. So yes, I did graduate from Cambridge, and then I was still with the guy I mentioned who brought me here. Brought me here. And after that, I actually returned to Poland very briefly for a few months because, again, I was on that path of achieving as much academic excellence as possible and going into this very blindly. I was... what were you
studying? What was the...
So at Cambridge, I read in linguistics with Italian pathway. And when I enrolled at a PhD degree, it was actually a PhD in, you're going to love that, in criminal law. And the connection...
Why did you just look at me all odd then? I'm not a criminal.
No, I think you love the story behind it.
Go on, yeah. Like, fucking hell,
because people might think, like, what is the connection between linguistics and criminal law?
True.
Like what? But hold on a second. Like, how did you end up, like, going into criminal law?
Good point.
That was my point. Sorry.
Right. Just me being overly sensitive, right?
So when I was at Cambridge, we had some modules dedicated to forensic phonetics.
Wow.
And I was very lucky that one of my advisors was Francis Nillen, who's at that time he was a doctor, but I think he's now a professor of forensic phonetics. So there are only very few forensic phonetic experts around the world and in this country, and he's one of the best ones. And I just got really interested in the field. And at some point I thought this is exactly what I wanted to do. So then I went back to Poland to do a PhD. Obviously, my dad was very proud because for him, all that mattered was that I would be educated very well, and he had a very fixed path for me in a way. But I was, again, super miserable. The PhD course was part-time, so on weekends and during the week I worked, and I remember I worked 3 jobs to make ends meet. I was just so miserable. And at some point, again, you're gonna love that. Universe worked, right? Universe works in the most beautiful ways. And because I was so unhappy, what happened is the university sent me a letter. It was like phenomenally interesting. They sent me a letter that I'm suspended because someone made a mistake during the recruitment process, and they don't think that my MPhil from Cambridge University with my background actually equips me very well to do criminal law. And by that time I managed to publish an article in the Forensic Issues, right? So I mean, it was just crazy. The first 6 months were absolutely crazy. But I got so, can I swear?
Yeah.
I got so pissed when I received this letter, and I thought, well, F you off. I am not staying here. I'm miserable. This is like not an academic level that I expected. I'm going back.
So again, I hear something here. Despite the oppression, you got willpower.
Oh, yeah.
And that's evident in when we spoke, when you sent me your bio, when I've done my research, what you've heard in the intro. This is a theme throughout your life, isn't it?
Yes.
And if plan A doesn't work, it doesn't break you.
No.
You actually, you see the opportunity. But this voice is starting to emerge, isn't it? Katie Malik is starting to say, in your words, F you. Right, I'm going to do now my thing, but there's still this overbearing, isn't there?
It was still there, and so I came back to Cambridge. So first, before I said my final F off, I thought, okay, let me prove to you that I deserve to be enrolled in this degree.
Did you?
Oh yeah, I don't give up that easily. So I went back to Cambridge because I thought otherwise it would take too much time. So I went to my college and I just asked for additional transcripts and additional paperwork to bring and basically shove it all in their faces, right? And I met a friend.
And was it given the rubber stamp to say, oh yeah, no, you could if you wanted to, or not?
Yeah.
But you said,
yeah. Then I was, yeah.
Yeah.
So here's the so this is when it starts.
That's almost like one of those. That's almost like one of them. Like, look at what you could have had, isn't it? Isn't it? Look at what you could have had.
Yeah, exactly. It's like,
actually, I could be here. I could be a star pupil.
Yeah,
I'm not going to be now.
And you know what? Funnily enough, Ian, like as soon as they literally formally apologized to me, I was like, you know what? I don't want to do it anymore.
Did you?
Yeah. And
how did that feel?
Oh, amazing. It was such a release. But my friend, my dear friend, who I studied with, we actually met at Cambridge.
Wow.
She helped me. So when I was in Cambridge, she met up with me and she said something that really resonated. And I hope it will resonate with anybody who's listening and who needs to hear that now.
Yeah.
She said, Katie, will you please, for the love of God, maybe do something that you've always dreamt of, but never had a courage or never had time to pursue. Give yourself time to do that. Just stop running. Sit and do something you've always wanted to do. And it stuck with me, and she knows that. And that was this is something that initiated this whole change in me. And
everybody I've had on this show, when they talk about overcoming adversity, change of direction, whatever words you want to use, and adversity is a bit different to pivoting or changing direction, but there's always a moment. It's like, I ain't taking this shit no more, or I'm fed up with this, or, or whatever it might be. There's always a moment, and I'm seeing an imaginary light bulb above your head. That was the moment, wasn't it?
That was the moment, but still, I was so, because of the way I was brought up and because of that hanging like
Yeah.
expectation over me, as an only child as well. So
Oh, wow.
that's an additional kind of pressure, pressure to perform well in life overall. But anyway, so I went back. I basically said, okay, no more. I'm done with that. But I came back to the UK. Again, broke completely. And I remember I was staying in my friend's house until I figured things out.
Where's the guy now in this story? Where's the guy?
Oh, I just said, I can't do this anymore. Like, I
Right.
can't be just, living your timeline and your life, because the only reason why I actually came back to Poland to start my PhD was because he said, oh, Katie, I really want to go back to Poland at some point, but he needed
so
to
you were
finish
the
his degree.
dutiful
Correct.
girlfriend,
Again, dutiful, yes, very
yeah.
much following, what the man says, right?
Yeah. Yeah. No more, by the way. Keep listening.
No more. Well, a little bit more, but not
but
to that extent. Yeah, so I returned and I actually reapplied for a PhD program, but in the UK. Still at that point, I thought I was on the right path because I really loved forensic phonetics. I actually really, really loved the field. So I had my interview at York University. I got in, but at the same time, I started actually doing what I wanted to do, right? So I enrolled in a very short, I think it was 8 or 10 weeks course in interior design in a local college in Cambridge. And I thought, anyway, I have to stay here in Cambridge for a few months, right? And my course doesn't start until like September, October. So I might as well do that, what my friend told me. Or kind of inspired me to do. And I thought to myself, well, I need to kind of see if that's that, because I never really had a chance to train in it.
Yeah.
So why not? And this is something that I actually very naturally did as a child, because I wanted to study architecture. I was always going through my dad's magazines, redrawing blueprints and just going into people's houses.
What was your dad's career?
So my dad was in the construction, so he had his own construction company back in the days in Poland.
So you would sometimes see sort of, architect's drawings maybe, or you were around that world.
I was in it, yeah. And my dad did a lot of like specialist joinery design. So I mean, yeah, he's taught me a lot.
So when you were looking at those then, growing up, can you remember, was there occasion where, your dad might show you something that he built, or he might be showing you some, and you go, oh yeah, you could feel inside you this
I think this was my world.
Was it?
Yeah,
so there was
100%.
always a kindling.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
Isn't that
how we have to make this big circle
I know.
to go back.
But also imagine, Katie, if you'd have gone around the path of, where you were told, you wouldn't have been happy, would you?
No, and this was the moment when I realized, when I started this course, I was so happy.
You were passionate about it as well.
I was like, oh my God, this is amazing.
Wow, there you go.
And then I was like, okay, but I was very careful. So I was like, okay, let me defer my offer to next year. And this was the time when I also met my ex-husband. So it kind of made sense. Like, let me figure this out. Let me give myself a bit more time, because this is how I was also brought up. I didn't want to disappoint my dad. And oh my God, like, I know he wants me to do his PhD degree and this and the other, right? But interior design has become such a joy for me.
I know.
And I thought,
you love it, don't you?
I love it. I
love it.
You
do
love
love it, don't you?
And I just, what? And at some point I was like, no, I can't go back to university and pretend that I love what I do.
You would have been living your life for somebody else.
Correct. Yeah.
Do you think you have ever had that thought?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think this was the moment when I realized that I don't want to live like this. This is not for me.
So you entered into this world now, this different world, and it's where you are today. We heard your accolades at the start, and you really are. You're recognized and you're doing some great work.
Thank you.
You really are superb work. And this is you now, isn't it?
Yeah.
You mentioned the ex-husband, right?
Yes.
I mentioned that at a point in your life, you were broke emotionally, you were
Yes.
broke financially, yet you still pulled strength. I know when we spoke originally, when you said, Ian, look, I got a story, and I was like, okay, let's hear it. You know, I've done my homework as well. The listeners are already picking up on it, and the watchers are already picking up on it. So here's a woman, she's oppressed, she's told, do this, and then she says, no, you know, she's no, no. And then you're finding your passion. Divorce is hard for anybody.
It is.
It just is, isn't it?
Yep.
You were left, I've said emotionally and financially. It's true, yeah?
Yeah. I mean, my own choice, but I had to do it. And
Because again, tell us why, Katie, because you said I had to do it.
yeah.
Go on. Are you okay with this?
Of course, yeah. Yeah. I'm fine with that. Oh, where do I start? So
Give us a condensed version.
Yeah,
because there's a lot to get through your story.
Yeah, okay. I'll try to be as brief as possible. So at some point, I didn't see the point of return. I just thought, you know what? I have to take this risk. Although it was super scary because it was just literally, I think, first year of my business.
Wow.
So this is where I made £5,000.
Yeah.
And I was absolutely terrified.
In your divorce, you had nice things, yeah. So it was a risk, wasn't it?
I literally again packed my bags, packed my suitcases, and I left.
Yeah, but you see, while some people might say, "Oh my God, really? Seriously? You're crazy." I'm on your page. I think life is too short.
Yes.
We all have one thing the same. And my last guest spoke about this. Recent guest spoke about this, which is time.
Exactly.
It's not finite.
No.
Every moment is ticking away. Yeah. So
exactly.
why be in something, whether that be your career, your education, a relationship, whatever, yeah, when you're not happy?
Yeah. I mean, I really...
And a lot of, sorry to interrupt you again, a lot of females and men stay in unhealthy relationships for way too long. And a lot of those people I've spoken to, either on this pod or generally as friends, will say, "Oh God, yeah. Well, should have done it a long time before." You know that, right? I did it myself. Yeah.
Yeah.
I should have ended that way before.
Exactly. I mean, it was a short-lived marriage anyway.
Was it?
Yeah, it was. Thankfully, I think I made that decision, or both of us, just to walk away from it. As much as it was hard, it was necessary.
And at that time, because it is emotionally draining.
Oh yeah,
it just is. Even if it's fairly sort of mutually agreed. There's shit to deal with.
Oh, I think, of course, 100%. I mean,
and you are leaving somebody that you did have strong feelings for. You wouldn't have married them otherwise.
Exactly.
Well, I fucking hope you wouldn't have. But
yes, well, some people have other reasons, right? To enter these binding agreements, so to speak.
Yeah. So it's hard, isn't it? And you've launched your business now. Yeah. So you're now full in. You're all in.
Yeah. And I'm just at the beginning. That's the thing.
Just at the beginning.
Just at the beginning. It's my first year. Ooh. And I'm only just literally starting. I'm starting to see success.
Yep.
And then I have to leave everything. I mean, kind of everything, apart from this thing that I started building.
Yep.
Right? So I call a friend. I was like, "Can I stay with you? Because I have no place to go.
Wow, really?
Homeless, right? So
gosh, wow.
Can I just stay? Wow. And they actually just bought a house. They started renovating. So I remember I slept on the mattress.
Oh God.
I mean, I'm so grateful to them. It was, I think if it wasn't for their support and help, I would have found it even more difficult.
Things could have been very different.
Yeah.
And look, you might be sleeping on a mattress, but at least you had someone to talk to.
Oh my God, they were amazing. Yeah. Yes. So I think that helped me. But I think sometimes people maybe, get stuck in these relationships and these situations thinking that there's no one to help. But I think everyone will have at least this one friend who will say, "You know what? You can sleep on my sofa indefinitely."
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I think everybody has that.
Yeah, they do. They do. You know, and it's and look, you asked as well.
Exactly. I ask. And I think this is for everybody. You have to ask. And even if you're scared, I think
Yeah,
whoever is there will support you in
Yeah.
the scary times.
I agree. And sometimes we create the no.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't ask them. You know, they've got the
Exactly.
You know, they're no, it's just awkward. They're renovating the house. I mean, how the hell are they going to put up with me? You know, but you asked, and I can imagine. Well, we hear it was, of course, Katie, come in. I haven't really got a bedroom for you. I mean, there's no
Yeah.
bed, but of course.
Oh my God, I remember. I think my friend just like, she made it so nice for me. She even like, I can't remember, but I think she put balloons and she made it so sweet, so beautiful and so welcoming. And, you know, I remember this moment when I entered the space and I cried. I don't know whether I was probably a mix of emotions
course
of
it
being
would be.
happy
Of
and
course,
sad
of
and
course.
grateful and
Yeah.
all of these. And if it wasn't for their help, definitely
Okay.
it would have been much harder.
So you said in that first year, I mean, you made just $5,000. Yeah. Well done, well done you for even getting there.
Thank you.
You know, and I mentioned in the intro, and you know, I'm going to come back to this. You have faced snares, haven't you, and prejudice. You know, whichever way you dress it up, it is snares and it's prejudice.
Yeah.
And it's sexist, and you know there is that. Yeah.
Yes.
And you work with architects and builders.
Mainly, with men.
Mainly with men.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So how again, Katie, $5,000, just divorced, sleeping on a mattress. No, I mean, this sounds pretty grim, doesn't it? You know, you're a very attractive lady. You know, I'm sure you were getting male attention, but you drilled down, didn't you? You just drilled down. It was laser focus, wasn't it?
Yeah. I think if you know that you need to survive, you do absolutely everything. And if you don't, maybe you don't care about yourself enough.
Goodness me, that's powerful. Whew. Yeah. What about the sneers? What about the prejudices? What about the sexist comments? I mean, do you still get a little bit of that?
I don't think so. Not anymore.
Because your reputation's so high.
Yeah, it's not. I would say reputation is one thing, but also it's that I don't. You know how when you change your energy, when you increase your self-concept and self-love, everybody around you resonates. And people who don't resonate, they just fall off.
Oh, God. Wow.
And this is what's been
You
happening.
are so right. And you need to let them fall off.
You have to. Otherwise, you get stuck in the same place.
No, they will. You know, I came across a concept recently of ducks and eagles.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Are you familiar with this one?
No, I'm not. No.
I mean, it comes in different guises, but let's just keep it there for now.
Okay.
Yeah. So ducks and eagles. Yeah. Got your ducks, right? The ducks are always quacking, aren't they? Right? Yeah. Right. Well, in human terms, they're the naysayers. They're the Negads. Oh, Katie, you're gonna do what really? You know, there's so much competition. Like, how are you gonna make it? You only made $5,000 last year. You know, you're in a male dominated industry, and you're blonde. Naysayers.
Yes.
Then you've got you need to avoid them. Fuck, do you need to avoid them?
Oh yeah.
Right. So then you've got your eagles, and they gravitate across the top. They're majestic, beautiful. Yeah. Some ducks are beautiful, by the way. And you know, they are. Oh, they're with you. They love you.
Exactly.
Katie, oh my, you're so talented. You need a room to stay. Come and stay here. It's no problem. Stay as long as you want. Right? You only made $5,000. So what? Well done, you. Yeah. You're getting male resistance. You're getting a bit of sneers. Prove them wrong. You can do this.
Yeah.
Get enough eagles around you, and guess what? You're dead right. Your frequency changes, your energy changes, and when the ducks come quacking, often it's behind your back. On social media, we've both been there, Katie. You know, they come out, don't they?
Oh,
the trolls come out.
I laugh at them now.
You know, they're the ducks again. You know, so many of my guests on the show in the past, and so many individuals that I know say, trolls, what the fuck, seriously? You know, and it's the ducks, isn't it?
Yeah.
They're having a pop, but they're not in the arena with you. They're not doing what you do. Not as talented as you. So we need the eagles. And I agree with you. when our energy changes, when our self-belief is so strong and our self-love is so strong, fucking say what you want.
Exactly. But you know what, Dan, this is beautiful, but I would say one more thing.
Go.
You have to become an eagle yourself first.
No, you do. Thank you. I forgot. Yes. No, you do. So you're flying amongst eagles.
Exactly. 100%. Because sometimes you can be it's like with black sheep, right? You can be just
We're
one.
just going on an animal thing, aren't
Yeah,
we?
I know. You're just one of many, and you're surrounded by not your people.
Yeah.
But you know you're different, and you
Yeah.
know you're
Yeah.
here to do different things or to do things differently.
Mm.
And it's just finding that energy, that power within you to basically keep going until you meet your eagles. But again, you have to become this one, and you have to kind of start looking and say, oh, hold on a second, I don't belong here anymore. And then you raise.
Do you think also we're going down a little bit of a different path here? But no, I'm seriously interested in this because it's so important. I recognize it, and I didn't always used to. Because sometimes we hang on to things because we think we should.
Of course.
But when we grow, and I'm not talking in success, finance, whatever, that might be a byproduct.
Exactly.
But when we grow ourselves, you spoke about divorce, it's very, when we grow, when we recognize, I'm not doing that again. I'm not being subjected to that again. I'm not being treated like that again. When we recognize that, it's so empowering that we do shift. And sometimes I liken it to a tree. A tree often, a branch breaks off. Now the tree doesn't, not that it could, but if somebody, the gardener, literally sellotaped it back on, right, it's going to fall off again.
Exactly.
So just let it fall to the ground and then a new shoot will form.
It's a beautiful metaphor.
Do you like that?
I love that.
And I think that's what we're talking about here, isn't it? And that was you, is you.
Yes.
You love being around the right energy, the right frequency, the right mindset, the right positivity, because otherwise, wah, 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 wah.
Exactly. And it's been a long journey. I think the divorce was just the beginning. Well, actually, divorce, it was taking that decision to step away from being told what to do.
Yeah.
This is when it started, I think. So it started, my God, 14, 15 years ago.
Gosh.
If I look back now, it's been a very long journey for me. I think some people do it much faster. It took me a long time to be where I am.
Did it?
Yeah. It was gradual. I think also, in a way.
Was there an element of doubt in you?
Yes. Yes, there was. Yeah. And I think that's why it took the time it took, in a way. But at the same time, gosh, what I wanted to say is.
When you made that decision, did it leave you in a better place? Initially
not. Initially, I still had a lot of.
And I'm not surprised initially not. But what I mean is, in reflection.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. I that was all of these decisions were right decisions.
No, there were.
Yeah.
Isn't it incredible? Isn't it? Because we don't have the benefit of hindsight.
No.
We don't.
But
what we can do is look back at the decision and where we ended up.
Yeah, exactly. I think Steve Jobs mentioned it at one of his most famous lectures.
Go.
He said that you can only connect the dots when looking back. I think because we live in such a fast-paced environment, we're so used to having everything so instantly, which is, I don't know. Anyway.
No, I'm not laughing. This is an underpin of a lot of the things that I talk about. Instant gratification. Yes. In fact, my last guest on this show, Lewis Crompton, said if it's get rich quick, it's get broke quick. If it's instant gratification, if you get there quick, you'll fail quick.
Exactly. So when I say it took me 15 years, if I kind of start from the point where I made the decision, and now everybody's listening who wants to, I don't know, break away from something or start, their business.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to discourage anybody, but if you are expecting things to be done within a month or even a year, you're setting yourself up for failure, because eventually your stamina, it just be, okay, if you give yourself a year, that means you're only giving yourself this stamina and determination for 1 year. But if you focus on the goal,
Yeah.
You're actually giving yourself more chances to succeed.
Yeah. Some Asian communities, a lot of Asian communities, when we produce a business plan, typically in the UK, you'll be asked for a 1 year, 3 year, 5 year. Yeah. Asians go 15 year, 20, 50 years. Well, how the fuck are you looking 50 years ahead? But they do.
Yeah.
Because they know throughout history in their community, nothing's like that. Now, we do live in a day and age where there's certain things that can blow up really quickly.
Yes, of course.
There just is. All right, look, we are going way off track. But it's good. This is really, really powerful, because what you're saying is you didn't make the decision easily, lightly. No. It was scary. It was lonely at first. You spoke about crying in your pillow.
Yes.
I can say, for those
many months,
for those listening, there was a definite look in the sky, then a roll of the eyes, because that brought back an emotion of time. Yeah, that it wasn't like, oh well, that's over then. Well, hey, happy days. It's like
if only I just pick your fingers and it's all gone.
Not at all.
No.
But you are, as you reminded us, you're building a business at the same time.
Yes.
This takes incredible strength and self-belief.
Yeah.
Because your inner talk and what you've been subjected to, Katie, is you will do this, you will do that. Be a good girl. Do that, right? And you're going to do that. By the way, that's your career. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And you're like, no, thank you. Right. So this inner part of you is in there, but it's also been oppressed, hasn't it?
Massively. And I only realized that actually how much I've been oppressed not long ago. Because when you live with something, you might power through because you have this longing and goal, and but then when you actually have time that I have now to look into yourself with the help of others, I've had amazing mentors and
Have you?
Amazing coach. Yes, 100%. That's why I also promote education and coaching and mentorship, because I see there's such an amazing power. Like, I shifted as a person, as a business person, on every level. But it's only recently I realized how oppressed I was for growing up, and then even as a young woman.
And I think also when we break down those walls, and when I talk about walls, I mean mental walls, and we dream big.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're back to that eagle thing, aren't we?
Yes.
because our own limiting beliefs sometimes can say, no, how am I going to do that? How am I going to get there? Right. But look at the best people in the world. Yeah. And look at what they've done. They'll say, I never doubted it. Now there was walls to break through. Yes. Myself, usually.
Yes.
It's usually that limiting belief. And when you talk about coaches, mentors, and I know you've worked with some great people, you continue to work with some great people.
Yes.
As you start to see that, I see, right. Like a sportsman.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Or a professional athlete.
Yes.
Yeah. Same thing. These guys and girls, they've got incredible coaches saying, no, come on, go again.
Exactly.
But then they're the one that actually makes the ultimate decision. Yeah, I'm going to keep going. I am going to be the number one.
You have to take accountability.
Of course.
Like, you can have fantastic people, but yes, you have to do the work.
And
ultimately.
Fantastic coaches and mentors will hold you accountable.
Yes.
Come on, Katie, you said you were going to do this. You're not doing it.
Yeah.
What are you pissing around at?
Exactly.
It's like, well, I just, you know what I'm saying, don't you?
Yes.
Let's because I know we've got a limited time together today. I'm really, I want to invite you back. Actually, I want to see you in a year's time.
Oh, okay.
Let's revisit that. Let's see where you're at. Yeah. We can wear blue again if you want. No.
Yeah.
Well, shall we?
Or maybe
we'll think about that.
We'll think about it. Yeah.
But you have built a very robust business. You are working on some incredible projects. Do you, when you execute these engagements, these projects, do you have the pinch moment and go, oh my God, I just did that?
Oh, that's a very good question. Do I still have those?
Do you?
I'm asking myself, do I? I think there is always a moment at the end of the project when I go,
Do you? Do you?
I did
You're
this.
sort of like, let me pat
Yes.
myself on the back there.
And it's so important. I think it's so important to do it
it
daily.
is. No,
Actually do it
is.
daily. You know what I do? I actually have a gratitude journal.
Do you?
Yeah. And I write in it every single day.
Do you?
I do.
And is it always work related, or is it?
It's a mix of things.
Yeah.
But work is always there. Because I think work. Do
you see work as work? Because it's your passion now.
No,
it's your passion, isn't it?
Exactly. It's not really work. It's my life. And
I love that.
If you turn this around and you think of work as your passion that you turn into work, as people say, or your work, then it becomes your life. And when it's your life, like, how can you not care about it? How can you not do the most amazing things with it? It takes me back to what I said before. If you love yourself enough, if you care about yourself enough, you power through, you find a way. But I think most people, they have been subjected to not very nice things, growing up. All of us have a degree of that.
Yeah.
And I think this is the only thing that's holding people back. But sometimes either they find it in themselves.
Break the chains, release the shackles.
Exactly. Or it's somebody who helps them break the chains.
Fair point. And you must get these pinch moments. I mean, come on. You are named one of the top 100 architects and designers worldwide.
Yeah. Well, as my friend said, I'm very humble in that way.
No, you are. So. you were featured in the Grand Designs magazine. I mean, you've done some pretty cool stuff, haven't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is this new? I'm going to say new thing because it's relatively new, where you're building this community to help like-minded, skilled, talented, predominantly women. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I would say predominantly, yeah, but there are some.
Not exclusively.
Not exclusively, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Is that as rewarding as the big projects that you execute yourself? Not just you, Katie Malik.
Design studio, yes,
design studio.
Yeah, the team.
Is that new element to you? How does that feel?
Because I'm a trained teacher as well, so I used to teach.
Here we go.
And that just
drops it in, doesn't she?
That
like
just
like it's nothing.
That just reignited, I think, the passion for helping people excel.
Did it?
Yeah.
Because you're seeing the transformation in them as well.
Exactly.
And the self-belief.
And the self-belief.
And you're giving them the eagle.
Exactly.
Elevate.
I'm like their mother eagle.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you can do it.
Yeah. And anybody again who's listening to this, I'm going to keep doing this because not everybody watches this on YouTube, and they should really. But, your eyes really lit up then.
Yeah.
Two things that really lit up. One was, do I get that pinch moment? Well, yeah, I do. And the other thing was like, I'm helping others. You really lit up then.
Yeah. I love helping others. I know it sounds so cheesy, but, to see how somebody can pick themselves up and actually start doing what they love. I'll tell you a story. One of my mentees, I really want to share it. So I met her when I was looking for a house for myself, actually.
Okay.
She was working for one of the developers. And I know she'll be listening to this, so this is for you, Steph. And
hey, Steph.
Such an amazing story. And it says, again, I hope it's going to inspire others to do the same.
Yeah, do it.
So I gave her my card because obviously we started chatting. And I said, well, I'm an interior designer, and da-da-da. And she was like, oh, really? I'm just doing a training. I love this and this and the other. I was like, oh, that, we started chatting, and then I left. And then I don't know how we connected again in a few months. And she told me, I quit my job. You inspired me so much. I quit my job. I'm going to finish my I'm going in.
She's all in.
Yes, she's all in. Yes. And I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. Because now she's finally doing what, she loves.
Yeah.
And she took that step. She overcome the fear of this job security.
Wow.
She went all in with her own business, right? She's obviously at the beginning, but she's already, working on projects, and she's doing so well.
Wow.
And there were a couple of points where I posted something and she said, oh my God, I really need to hear that now. I've been supporting her in this journey as well. But when she told me she quit her job, I was like, yes, well done. You can do it,
Yeah.
and giving them the wings, it's like almost like it's if you're just attaching the temporary wings before they actually realize that they have them in them, and they just need to almost like cut the skin so they can come out. They can pop out and then they can fly.
I hear you. We all have brilliance within us.
We do.
Everybody does.
Yeah.
Sometimes in life that gets knocked down.
Exactly.
You've been there.
Yeah.
I've been there.
Yeah.
And when we shine again, because we will, eventually we will, to then have that gift to help others and get such enjoyment from that is beautiful. Because when we give out, a lot of selfish people in the world, but when we give out, not everybody, but a lot of times it has a funny way of coming back to you. So be kind.
Exactly.
Help others.
Yeah, 100%. And it's just that beautiful domino effect.
It just is.
Just you inspire one person and another. And I remember one of my former students once sent me a message on Facebook. I'm still friends with a lot of my students who I used to lecture and teach. And he said, Katie, I remember one thing that just stuck with me, like you said, in the classroom when I came to this country and I couldn't speak a word of English. And now I'm a doctor and I work in Ireland. I forgot where. He said, there's one thing you said that really pushed me and helped me. He said, you can achieve anything you want. And it's like, wow, I mean, this was like years ago. And I was so touched. I think I cried. It's like, oh my God, like I made this impact. It's amazing.
It's true. And we often hear that. You can be whoever you want to be. You can be whatever you want to be. A lot of people just don't push through and keep going because it's the line of the break and the broken is fine.
Yes.
Katie.
Oh,
you had moments where you were going to quit. Hey, I'm conscious again of the time right now. So I want to try and bring this to a close. We've heard why you do what you do. We've heard you're passionate about it. We've heard how great it makes you feel. We've heard you have those pinch moments. We've heard you coaching and helping and mentoring others is very, very rewarding to you. We're not talking about financially. We're talking about emotionally rewarding to you.
Yes.
And you love to see others succeed. It says a lot about you. You've overcome incredible challenges. You've found your own voice. Where's the future? Where do you want to be personally and professionally?
That's a very good question. I definitely want to continue doing what we are doing, within the studio.
Yep.
But I feel like there's this arm to the studio growing.
So there's something
and
else.
Expanding. Yeah.
Do you know what it is yet?
I don't want to say.
That's good. No, that's good. Watch this space. Keep your eye on Katie. Get on her socials and everything, yeah?
I kind of feel like,
no,
I don't want to say.
Don't jinx it.
I don't want to jinx it. No,
but there's something.
There's
something
definitely
away.
something.
So again, here's that thing with you, isn't it? Here's that thing with you. It's a beautiful thing because you're very successful. You just are. Yeah. I mean, no, you are. And I know you're very modest. You're very, very modest, but you are super successful. And check her workout; it's unbelievable, right?
Thank you.
But you're not just resting on that, are you? You're
like, this is not the end. I actually recently said to somebody, "This is just the beginning. Watch me." But it's not like, oh, watch me, you know, my
No, I know.
ego is
No, you're
so
not. You're not
big.
like that. You're
It's
very, very
more,
humble.
it's more like, I know now that I can do so many amazing things for
Yeah.
others.
So
because
where is it? Yeah. So yeah. So you know. Now there you go. There it is again. There's
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I can do so much more.
Yeah. If only we didn't have to sleep.
Oh,
much more time.
behave. Sleep's essential.
I
Right.
know.
So how can people find you? How can they work with you? How can any aspiring designers, either established or starting out, maybe, how can they work?
Connect.
Yeah, connect.
So obviously we have actually 2 websites. So
Okay.
one is for our design clients. It's katymalik.co.uk, very simple. And for interior designers, we created a separate page,
Okay.
which is called Interior Design Deconstructed.co.uk.
Oh, I love that.
Yes, and it's the same on the socials. So it's actually on socials, apologies, it's Katie Malik Design Studio on Instagram and Facebook. We also have our YouTube channel. We have a podcast, Interior
Awesome.
Design Deconstructed.
Awesome. So there's loads of touch points.
There's lots of touch points.
We're going to put
Yeah.
all of this in the footnote of the show. So, go there, hit those hyperlinks, check Katie out. I've really enjoyed this because when guests come in, of course, we've heard about your adversity, and there's a lot more that we haven't told within that. There's a lot more we haven't told within that, isn't there?
Yeah.
You are going to come back. You are going to come back. Might not be a year, might be sooner. Yeah. Give us your last perspective on maybe if you are facing challenging times, maybe if you are being pointed in a direction that you don't want to go in.
Find time to really, really listen to yourself. And one technique I would say that helped me so much to find my inner voice and really start listening to what I want, what my soul desires, is, I think they call it a mirror technique. Basically, as simple as that, sit in front of the mirror, give yourself 5 to 10 minutes daily. Look into your eyes and ask yourself, what is that you want?
Wow.
And is this good for me? How am I actually feeling? I'll tell you something. You might cry. Oh my God, I think I cried for 2 weeks straight every time I sat down in front of that mirror. And thank you to my amazing mentor who, told me about this technique as well. But really, it will help you, I think, because like you said initially, and you have to overcome yourself most of the time.
Yeah, you do.
You are your own biggest challenge in a way.
You do. And
everything else is perspective. So if you sit with yourself whenever you're facing challenges,
sure,
look yourself in the eyes and you will find answers. You will find answers. If you persevere and if you sit with yourself long enough.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you for coming here today, coming into the studios. I've really, really enjoyed our time together. Hey, everybody, isn't this an incredible woman? We heard so much in today's episode. We really did. We heard about resilience. We heard about self-belief. We heard about oppression. We heard about becoming an eagle. We heard about looking in the mirror and saying to yourself, who am I? What do I want? What do I want? It's not selfish. It's none of those things. When you listen also to your gut, don't ignore it. It'll warn you and it'll also guide you. Follow your dreams, follow your passions. Check out Katie Malik Design Studios Design.
Yeah, Katie Malik. Yeah.
If
you put Katie Malik,
just Katie Malik, you're going to find her. I've enjoyed this. I hope you've enjoyed this. There we go again, another episode of real people, real stories, overcoming adversity, following their dreams, and just becoming the best version of themselves. Keep tuned because next week we're here again when we ask that all-important question. So, what's your story?